charango, the sound that almost vanished from history.
Before anyone decided which sounds were allowed, before music had an owner, before fear settled into the Andean villages, there was a sound. A fast, bright sound, impossible to ignore. Small in size, yet capable of filling an entire space. It did not come from Europe. It followed no rules. It asked for no permission. That sound was born in the hands of the people, and that sound was called the charango. This story has no single hero. The main characters were a group: Andean musicians and artisans. People without titles, without access to expensive instruments, without academies, but with something more dangerous than any imported instrument: creativity. They carved wood with what they had. They tested strings. They listened. They adjusted. Until they achieved an instrument with a sound more alive, more agile, more intense than many of the instruments brought during the conquest. The charango did not imitate. It competed. With Spanish colonization, music was no longer free. Not all sounds were accepted. Not all cultural expressions were permitted. Culture became hierarchical. European was considered correct. Local was considered suspicious. And within that cultural oppression, the charango offered something the Spanish guitar did not have: a sound of its own, brighter, more agile, with an attack and an energy that did not imitate any European model. While the Spanish guitar followed rules brought from the outside, the charango was born with a distinct voice, designed for its people and their environment. The enemy does not always have a face. Sometimes it is an order, a prohibition, constant surveillance. The enemy here was imposed silence, not destroying the instrument immediately, but making it disappear slowly, because an instrument that is not played, not taught, not heard, eventually dies. When musicians began to fall silent, someone was watching closely. The elders, those who kept culture alive. They had seen this before. They knew oppression does not always destroy instantly. Sometimes it waits. And then they offered a clear guide. If you play it in plain sight, you will lose it. If you hide it and take it to distant places, it will survive. It was not an invitation to fight, but to resist intelligently. The plan was quiet, but effective. The charango left controlled spaces. It moved to remote areas, to small communities, to discreet gatherings. How to build it was not written down. It was shown. How to play it was not documented. It was heard. In this way, from person to person, the charango traveled as valuable knowledge. While others depended on expensive and inaccessible instruments, the charango remained alive, small, portable, untamed. The risk never disappeared. Being discovered could mean losing the instrument, freedom, or something worse. But fear was not enough to silence them, because the true punishment would have been accepting silence. Years passed, then decades, then generations. The charango continued to sound, refining itself, even if not everyone could hear it. When independence movements arrived, the sound was already there, waiting. And when it reappeared, it did so with strength. It had survived. Today, the charango is played in studios, stages, and professional recordings. It travels the world. It is recognized by its unique sound. But every note carries something more, proof that it could not be silenced. Every modern charango is an echo of that decision, to never let die the sound no guitar could ever have. The charango was in real danger of disappearing, not because it lacked sound, but because of excessive control. Yet, it survived. And as long as someone plays it, this story will continue to be heard. If you like this video, you love hearing the charango in a professional studio. So subscribe and watch our next video.